look at this information. It'll help you to draft your appeal. Okay. Come on down here to withdrawing from the class. I cannot withdraw you from the class, so you need to consult the schedule or the calendar in the CSN website to figure out when the deadline for withdrawing from a class is, and make sure that you do so before that deadline passes. All right, clicking here will take you to that schedule. Cell phone, don't use cell phones in class. If I catch you talking on the telephone or cell phone or texting while I'm doing a lecture, you're going to be asked to leave the class, basically. If you do it a second time, you will get an F for the class. You'll be asked not to come back. All right. Persistent cell phone usage is also will count as a disruption. Sometimes you're going to have that cell phone available because you're having an issue at home. One of your relatives is sick or something like that. Make sure the ringer is turned off. If the phone rings, ask them to hold for a second, leave the classroom, go outside and complete your conversation. Laptops are permitted in my classes. All right, I don't have a problem with them being there, but if you use that laptop for something other than taking notes or completing assignments, and taking notes while I'm lecturing or completing assignments when I'm not lecturing, such as maybe playing a game or something along those lines, if you do that, then you're not going to be allowed to bring your laptop to class anymore. If you do it a second time, such as with an iPad or something along those lines, then you'll receive an F in the class. Surfing the web, listening to music in the headphones, or sleeping during a lecture counts as a disruption. You'll lose a letter grade. A second time will result in an F in the course. All right. I realize that this is pretty strict, but these things are insanely disruptive to other students in the class, and I don't want the rest of the class suffering for this kind of behavior by a student. Tutorial services. Two places that you can go for tutoring. One is to CSN Tutoring, or you can go to the CSN CIT webpage and get tutoring that is unique to our programming classes. They will give you the details of where to go and who you can talk to, how you schedule a tutor, and all of that. The Disability Resources Center. If you have a documented disability, here's a number or a webpage link that you can contact. And they will also hire people who can help other folks that do have disabilities. So you can look at that as a possibility for additional income. Okay. Online software tutorials. Basically what that is these links here are all places that provide training on the software that we teach here at CSN, which is really, really cool. So if you have something that's you're just not getting it, you can go to W3 Schools or Code Academy or Tutorials Plus. All of these things are free. You can go to these places and look at a short little tutorial that might help clarify the challenge that you're having. Okay. Submitting assignments. Carefully read and follow the directions for completing and submitting your assignments. Reading and following directions is part of all assignments. If you do not carefully follow the directions, one, you will lose points in the range of 0 to all of them on your assignment, and two, you will delay getting your grade for your work. Note that failure to correctly name files will prevent you from being able to submit your projects or assignments, resulting in a missed deadline and a 0 grade. This is very, very important, okay? And the reason that file naming is so important is Canvas allows me to download everything in one big zipped file. And when I unpack that zipped file, if two students have their file names that are the same, one student's file is going to overwrite the other student's file. And consequently, I can't grade it, all right? Secondly, if they have a name that doesn't make any sense, I don't have any idea who you are. I just delete the file, and you end up getting a 0 for the grade. So make sure that you name those things correctly, all right? And of course, the naming conventions will be mentioned in the individual syllabi pages for the class. All right, the learning management system is Canvas. To get into Canvas, all you have to do is go to csn.edu and click on the online campus link, or if you can click here and go straight into Canvas. If you're having problems getting into Canvas, you can just go to the computer lab, any of our computer labs, and computer lab personnel will help you get it all figured out. Okay. Storing your files and coursework. When you're working on a project on a CSN machine, work on it. Work on your project on the C drive. The moment you leave that machine, though, make sure you take that project and save it either on your USB flash drive or save it on your student drive that you have assigned to you, which you can find out about from the lab aids. Do not leave that thing on the hard drive, figuring that you can come back to it later, because it will be gone when you come back. Those hard drives are reformatted every single time that machine is shut off, okay? And they all get turned off at night. Printing services. Printing services, they're going to charge you to print, basically, is what it comes down to. By virtue of enrolling in a class at CSN, you have a certain amount of money that has been deposited in your printing services account so that you can print. Keep an eye on that account, because you don't want to find yourself in a situation in which you need to print something and you can't. In my classes, you will never find yourself in that situation, because I do not take hard copy of anything, okay? Class policies. Some of my classes are held solely over the internet, while others are solely on campus or a hybrid of the two. You may use the mail in the learning management system to contact me or ask questions. If I don't respond within 24 hours, please use my CSN email address. Please realize that the deadlines are strict, because it's impossible to correct all the student work if students are handing it in late. Moreover, I like to post solutions to problems after all the students have turned in the assignment. Late assignments delay posting solutions until the last student submission is received. You should check the calendar and discussion postings on a daily basis and allocate your time accordingly to make sure that you get everything done on time. All right? Every course that I teach is a single person course, meaning that you do not use other people to help you get your work done. Don't collaborate on a solution. All right? Failure to adhere to this policy will result in a 0 for the exam. If you collaborate on an exam, for example, it may lead to your removal from the course. A couple semesters ago, I flunked 4 people doing this. They appealed, and when the committee was all said and done, they said, "Oh yeah, you guys cheated. Sorry, you're going to be getting an F for those courses, or for that course." And then they were put on academic probation. Finally, all my courses require internet access, obviously, okay, because you're looking at this web page. This access is your responsibility, and if you can't get internet access at home, remember, we have computer labs. Come on down to a computer lab and take advantage of them, all right? If you're having a problem with the computer in the computer lab, let me know so that I can take corrective action. Lastly, as an important note, I would like to say that if you have any concerns about the course or me, please contact me first. If something's bothering you, please let me know first, so that I can deal with it. I've been teaching here for over 30 years, and I'm pretty darn good at solving problems that meet the needs of both the students and, of course, the limitations that we have in each course, because I can't solve everything. But to date, I just don't remember a situation where I haven't been able to solve the problem if the student came to me first. If you guys don't talk to me, there's no way I can possibly solve the problem. Last year I had a student who never even contacted me, never asked a single question or whatever. They went straight to the department chair saying they didn't like the way the assignments were running, and the department chair said, "Did you talk to Dave about it?" And they said, "Well, actually, no, I didn't." And so the department chair said, "Go back and talk to Dave." And she refused to. She flat out refused to talk to me, and the result was she didn't get her homework done. And there was another student in the same class in a similar circumstance. That individual did talk to me, and we had no problem getting her up to speed so that she could get her homework done and, of course, answer questions having to do with the subject matter. All right, so that is the introduction. I will post videos for the other 3 when I get those completed. Still working on my syllabi, still programming my syllabi right now at the college. So with that, happy coding. Glad that you're all in my classes. Look forward to seeing you throughout the semester, or at least hearing from you.